Okay guys, for this video I'm going to show you what to do when you insert an SD card into your computer. Before I do that though, I want to tell you that on your computer there's a bunch of little slots at the very bottom. If there's not a green light down there, your SD card reader is not going to work, and it gets inserted in the slot that's right next to the little green light. So if that little green light is not working, please let me know. I did let the IT know at the beginning of the summer that they need to fix all of those, so if they didn't do it, then you'll have to use the adapter. I should have one up on my desk. So as soon as a card is inserted into the computer, a little window is going to show up down here. Now, I want you to be sure what to do with it before you insert one, so please be sure that you watch this all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and insert one, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. There it is. So then we need to click on this, select to choose what happens with this memory card. This is what should happen every time. So you use that little yellow folder. Now you're going to have two screens open. I will usually drag one of these open, one of these to the left side, and then my Google Drive on the right side. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split screen with these two so that we can show you guys what it's going to look like. I can't show that any farther. Okay, so you are going to upload to whichever one of the two different folders that or hard drives that you're going to, the Google Drives. So this has in here, open this up, the EOS miscellaneous. There's never anything that's going to be in there. Sometimes, depending on how many pictures you've shot, you should clean it before each time, but you could have one that says a 100 Canon and one might say a 101 Canon or 102 Canon if you've got a ton of different things in there. So these are some of the pictures that were taken at the yearbook workshop that some of the kids went to. And there's some of these guys over here. I think this might have been Jillian's card, or Hunter's card, I guess, probably. Okay, so then I took some other softball pictures, so I'm going to upload some of those just to show you guys how to do it. This was just a friend of mine's kid. Actually, that was Peyton Fugate's game. Okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to upload these? Just so you can see these things, if you need to go through it, you can right-click in a space where you can get your mouse to not be hovering over this, because if you right-click here, it's not going to give you the same option. So you need to click someplace where it's not giving you a selection, but it needs to still be in this window. So if you right-click, you can go to View, and you can do extra large icons if you want to, or you can right click and you can go to View and do large icons. In this case, the large icons are going to be sufficient. So we're going to go into the Tiger Drive, and in here there was the summer, and then we have the yearbook workshop. So when you create this, I'm going to open this up a little bit farther so you can see it. When you are the first person that has taken pictures at whatever event it might be that is up, you're the first person uploading pictures. So for example, if we have a football game, then you're going to have 2, 3, 4 different photographers that have been out there that were shooting that game. So if whoever's the first one in here, you need to create the folder that everybody else's pictures will go into. So if you look at this one, if I double click on this, there were pictures that were taken by Hunter and pictures that were taken by Jillian. And someplace in here, there's pictures, maybe these were the ones that were taken by Kinsley, I guess, because I couldn't find them. So I need to come in here. So this folder has already been created. Notice if I go back out here, this one doesn't say by anyone, because there's more people that have taken pictures with that event. Now, when the file format, or the naming format convention that we need to use for this is 06. These needs to be the 2-digit month, day, year, MMDDYY. And then the event, and then where it was located. If it was at home, then let's say it was a football game. So here, I'll go ahead and create a new folder on here so I can show this. Create a new folder. So let's say it is August 8th or August 15th, 21. So there's my date and then a space. And then if it was football, you say FB. If it was at home, you would simply say versus we need to say varsity. versus capital V is varsity, versus is lowercase. Okay, if it was JV, it would be JV. If you're taking junior high, then you would say 8B or 8A or whatever it was. So this is varsity. We will say versus Terrell. And then if you know that you are the only photographer that was there, then you can go ahead and put by D. In this case, D is me. You would put your name, your first name at least. I think we might have one, maybe two names that are repeated on the yearbook staff this year. We'll check that at the beginning of the year and I'll let you know. So then from here, so if this is the main folder, then we would say create. But in this case, that's not a football. I'm going to go and I'm going to say this would be, actually need to take this. I'm going to cancel this new folder. So it's going into the summer workshop. So to make things faster and easier, instead of having to go back in and retype that whole thing, I go to rename. I copy that whole thing and I say cancel. I'm not really going to rename it, but I'm going to click into it. I'm going to go to new folder, paste that whole thing. And I think these were Kinsley's pictures. I think some of them I took, but we're just going to call it Kinsley's. And so we'll say create. So inside here, we'll double click in there. I'm going to go in here, see it's drop files here. Excuse me. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to scroll all the way down. So click on the very first one. Then you're going to scroll down to where that thing ends. I'm going to hold the shift key. And we're going to go down to here to here. So I'm going to show you that one more time. Click off of it. Very first one, scroll down to where that event ends, hold down the shift key, and click right there. That selects everything in between. Now I can click and drag and drop it over here. Now, whatever you do, do not change. Don't close out of this folder or don't change where it's going to until all of these uploads are done. Now, with that, don't think that you have to sit here and wait for this whole thing to finish, because you can right click on this tab and say duplicate it. And then we go back to the shared drives, to the Tiger, and all of this is still working. So if we go into the Tiger, I'm going to create a new folder at this point, and I'm going to say that it is softball. I'm going to come back and delete it because it's not really high school softball stuff. But in here, let me hover over the top of this and find some information. Properties. It was taken on Saturday, June 26, 2021. Okay, so in here I would say, so it's in the softball. I'm going to say new folder 06 26 21 softball. It was a varsity versus whoever. I think they were playing, I don't know, let's say they were playing Maybank, just for the purpose and saying who it was. And because I was the only one that was shooting, I know that it was by D. So I'm going to say create. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go and pick all of these pictures. There's actually 2 games in here and I'm not going to take the time to upload all of them. So if I was to go here and here, these were all the pictures, just for all intents and purposes. Go back over here. I want to double click into here so I know that they're actually uploading. So then I can come back over here and I click and drag. Then I can duplicate this again, because now I'm at the softball folder. Go ahead and let it load just a little bit, because I want to go back to the softball folder. See, these are still running. Upload 14 items still here. Upload 63 items still here. And then we're going to go over here into a new softball folder. It was the same day, but it was a different team that they were playing. New folder 06 26 21 softball varsity versus, I don't know who it was. Let's say it was Athens. It wasn't really, but we're just going to say that it is. Okay, so then there's the Athens folder. I double click in that. I open it up till I can see my little circle drop here. And then I'm going to scroll down here to wherever it was. Here we're going to start this picture and go to here. So the reason I'm showing you how these things are changing is because when you shoot a football game, There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on at a football game. So you could be taking all of these football pictures, and in here you're going to have a couple of different kids that are athletic trainers. And then you have a bunch of football, and the next thing you know, you're going to have a few pictures of cheerleaders. The next thing you know, you're going to have the whole band halftime and drill team. And so you're going to have 5 or 6 different folders that you're going to be dumping into after a football game. But like I said in one of the other videos, when I come in after a football game, because I want you guys to come back to my classroom, as long as I'm there, I want you guys to come back to my classroom after the football game and start your pictures uploading, both to SmugMug and to your Google Drive, because we're going to be marketing those out to the other schools as well as our parents, and we want them to be able to spend that money to be able to help boost our program and get us some of the other equipment that we need. So anyway, you have all these windows open, so I can go in and I can go and click here and here. I'm not going to take that many because I don't want it to upload that many, because this is mock anyway. And there we have 8 items here. We have 9 items here. We have 58 items here. Now, on a Friday night after a football game, I will get all of this stuff started, and then I'll just simply turn off my monitor. Turn off both of the monitors, and I'll leave. So it looks like everything is still uploading. Now, hopefully everything will upload, and when you guys come in on Monday, then you just take your cards out. Okay, so how do you take your cards out? Well, I've got all this stuff that's still got 17 minutes left, so I'm going to pause this for the second because I really do want all of these pictures. Don't really care about these pictures because it's not real. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. So that one is gone. Leave that page, cancel this, and that one's gone. Leave that page. So let's wait until these are done. I'm going to go ahead and pause this on the recording, and then I'll come back. Okay, so now it is all uploaded. So when everything is uploaded, you should be able to see 7 uploads complete. This is the keyword that you're looking for, complete, because it will tell you so many uploads in progress or processing or whatever it was. You just got to make sure that it says that it's all complete before you close out this window. So once that's done, and all of these windows that you have open and they all say uploads complete, as it says complete, you can go ahead and close that tab. So make sure that that is done before you close off of the computer. If you have come in after a football game and you've uploaded all that stuff, by the time you come back on Monday, you can log into your computer and you should be able to see all of them say uploads complete. Now, if it does not, because sometimes our computers will time out before it finishes the upload, the problem there is we have to go back and we have to figure out which ones it uploaded and go back and fix it. So usually I will stick around until I know that there's a good amount of it that's done and that we're within like a 1-hour window. But this is how we do it. If you have any questions, please ask and we'll help you out.